Hello folks, welcome back to another video. I want to be honest with you guys, I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. It seemed like when we were all in 4th grade, you were either super into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or super into Pokemon, and I was in the latter. I just never really understood Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, Pokemon, that's something I could get behind. As of late, with the pandemic and everything, I've been revisiting the series using emulators on my computer, and believe me, the series still holds up. I tell you, I still get chills meeting Professor Oak in Red and Blue, and obviously picking Charmander, because let's be real, he's the best starter. But the one Pokemon game I will not touch is Sword and Shield. Why? Simply put, I enjoy the format of the old games better. I like the old school 2D graphics over the 3D rendered animation of the newer games. That being said, my final Pokemon adventure, at least until recently, was in Pokemon Black on the DS. After that, I just really lost interest. It almost feels like it's super oversaturated. I've talked to some die-hard Pokemon fans who flat out said that Pokemon Sun and Moon was just unenjoyable and completely unmemorable. I even had to go back and put this segment in the script because I forgot it even existed. I mean, come on. After X and Y released, Nintendo decided that 3D was the way to go. Hence the inclusion of 3D graphics in the remaster of my favorite Pokemon game, Ruby, with the remaster being Omega Ruby. Ruby being my favorite, I quickly looked up what Omega Ruby looked like. Let's just say I was less than pleased to see that it wasn't a re-release with updated controls on a console that was more common than my old Game Boy Advance. But a 3D game where the already perfect story had been updated to include Mega Evolutions. Instead of rehashing a classic with some new mechanics, Nintendo should have just made a new standalone game that capitalized on the Mega Evolutions and adapted them to easier to future games. It just completely boggles my mind and confuses me. Now, to get to the point of the video, I refuse to play for 2 reasons. Reason 1 I've already mentioned, the 3D graphics. I just prefer the 2D charm of the originals, and to me, it feels like the 3D games are missing that distinct Pokemon charm. The second reason is a little more basic. I just feel really old playing the new games. Listen to me, I am 16 years old. I shouldn't be feeling old for a long time. But all these Pokemon, and I have no clue who they are and what their little quirks are, it just alienates me. My biggest gripe is that you can see the wild Pokemon in the tall grass. While accurate to reality, I really think it removes from the suspense entirely. When you walked through tall grass in the original games, it was a mystery of whether or not you would be attacked. While useful for garnering experience, it got really annoying. But it was still fun, because there were parts that you had to pass through in order to progress. So, while annoying and challenging, it was still fun. However, in this new game, you can see them coming. There's no risk at all. Inputting a game element that removes the experience the game gives you disconnects the game from the player, which I'm sure Nintendo doesn't want to do, considering that from the looks of these new Pokemon games, they're kind of going the route of Sega. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this little rant up and the video here. If you enjoyed, please like the video and maybe subscribe. I will leave links in the description to some safe downloadable emulators and ROMs. Believe me, I've used these. They're completely safe. You will not get a virus or anything. I highly recommend Pokemon Ruby, as previously mentioned, but I also recommend Pokemon Gold. So those are my thoughts on Pokemon, the franchise that will slowly begin to fade into obscurity. The only way I think that Nintendo could completely revive their franchise is to return to their roots and make a classic-style Pokemon game that could fit in with the likes of Red and Blue. Anyway, that's all. Katinka.